All right, so you are wanting to automate everything. So you want to set up the automation. You created, so say for example, you created your freebie, and you want to send that freebie to your audience. You want to use system.io to automate the process and then automate emails after. The purpose of getting people on your list when you're creating freebies, of course, is to make sales, and or to build your audience or to build your relationship. But you want to make sure that you're sprinkling opportunities for sales throughout your email automation. So that's what I did with one that I created yesterday here in system.io. So I'm going to walk you through how I set that up. And it is, let's see, an email series that stems from, let me move all of this out of the way. It stems from a launch in the weekend. Let's see if I can share it with you. I shared it in the last video. So this is a freebie that I'm giving to everyone. It's an ebook called Launch Your Digital Product in a Weekend. But I do have a 7-day series because I know for the most part that people have some questions about launching a product. And when they go into creating it, and when you go into creating it, you want to know, okay, I can actually do this in the weekend. So I actually have 7 days of pre-planning in an email series called Launch Foundations that I set up to automate from this. So when people opt in, they add their name and email here, they automatically get the ebook, but they also get the 7-day course, Launch Foundations. So here is the opt-in page that I showed you in the previous video. But the automation is here, the 7 days of automation. So first the first thing that you want to do is to set up, you have your campaigns that you need to set up, and then you also have your sales funnels that you need to automate it from. So let's do the campaign first, and I'll show you here. I have 7 days of the campaign. So I have this first one is where they will get the freebie that I gave them. And then the 7 days will be the series of steps telling them how to pre-plan for their launch of their digital product or their course. And then throughout, I do mention one of my low-cost digital products throughout all of these emails so that people that need it and want to do more as far as building their brand, marketing their digital products will grab that. So here is how you set up, let's see, let's do the campaigns first. So when you're going in to set up your campaign, go to emails, go to campaigns, and then it'll bring you to this page. Click on create, and I'll do test KB as I've been using before. Your email should already be set up in system.io. If it's not already set up, I haven't created a video on that just yet. I'm working through because there's a ton of videos that I have planned to create for system.io. But if you're here and I don't have it yet, be sure to just search on YouTube how to connect my email and my domain to system.io because that does need to be set up before you start with creating funnels and digital products. And then you can do, if you want to do a description, you of course can. Click on save. And then there's your campaign, test KB. And then here is where you start to create. So create, this would be your first email. So I'll do test KB and I'll do 0 because this is going to be where you're automating and sharing with them the freebie that you created. And then you'll have your name there and then the email. You can use the visual editor. I normally don't use the visual editor because I notice that if the more images that you have in your email, the more opportunity is that it will end up in the spam box. So I always use Classic Editor, click Save. And then here you can do a preview if you want a preview statement. And then I'll just let's do test KB, fill in whatever you want it to show. And I'll show you what I have on mine. Let's see. Campaigns, launch foundations. So if you want to take a screenshot of that, you can. That's what I have in my first email to automate to them, to share with them how to, to share with them the download that they wanted to grab. So you can just take a screenshot of that and just reword it and use it for your own. But you can pop that in here. And then once you're ready, just go to save and publish. When you click on save and publish, this will pop up. It'll ask how long do you want to wait before this is sent. Because this is the download, they're expecting it right away. So I would say come here and let's see. Oh, my info is in the way. Let's do 0 minutes. And this one won't be sent after anything because this is going to be the first email and you want it to come right away. So I put 0 minutes, click on activate. Okay, so let's do exit. Let's go ahead, save first and then exit. So that's going to be your first email. You want to create another one. Create. We'll do test KB1. So this is going to be email number 1. Go to Classic Editor again. Just leave your name and your email there. Click Save. And then let's do same thing here. Just for the sake of this video, I don't want to make it too long. And then go to save and publish after you've added all of your information, your day one, your series that you're going to create, or your emails that you want to stem from that freebie. Now you can create, of course, if you just want to do 3 follow-up emails, which is sometimes what I normally do if I don't have a series prepared. You can create like 3 follow-up emails. The first one would be after you've already sent it to them, you would say just checking in to make sure you received such and such, whatever it is you did. That would be the second email. Next email will be an educational email, which would lead them for me. And this is what I normally do. Next email will be an educational email, which would lead them to being intentional about downloading the digital product and using it and implementing it. And then the final email would be just checking in to make sure you were able to get it again. But if you need extra support, go ahead and check out my membership, or if you're doing a 15-minute session, or if you have coaching sessions, go ahead and check this out below. So you can take those steps if you want, if you don't have a series that's set up. So save and publish. And then let's see, let me get my test. So you wanted to show up after the previous email. So the first email was the test KB0, which automatically went out when they opted in. And then you want this to go out 24 hours after that first one. So go ahead and click activate. And then let's make this smaller. Click save and exit. And then that's going to be, you see it's right there. This goes out right away. There's no delay. This one goes out within 1 day, 24 hours after this email goes out. And then you just keep adding from there. So that's how you set up the automations. But let me show you how to set connected to your actual sales funnel. So go back to your sales funnel. And then this one was, I think this one was 2. Make sure you write it down so you're not forgetting like me. Go to your thank you page. So when somebody lands on the thank you page, they will automatically get added to that campaign that we just set up, and they will automatically get that first email. So you go to your automation rules, and then go to add rule, trigger, and you click on trigger, funnel, step form, subscribe. And because you're already on this funnel, it's going to do test, the name of the funnel and then the page that you're on. So let's go out of this real quick, because one mistake that I made when I first started using system.io, I forgot to click on the thank you page. So I was wondering why my automation wasn't working. It was because I had it connected to the opt-in page. So just say, for example, if you do it here and you're doing the automation rules from the opt-in page, you want to make sure it is connected to your thank you page. So let's click on thank you, click on automation rules, click on add rule. Your trigger will be your funnel, step, form, subscribe. And then it goes to, you'll see it says thank you page. Click on action. You will subscribe them to a specific campaign, the campaign that we just set up, and then go to test KB. And then once I save this, I'm not going to save it because I don't want the automation to kick in. Click save rule, and that automation will go ahead and start. So that's how you set up an automation in system.io. It's super simple. It's simple. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments, because I'm going to be creating more system.io videos as I go through and as I build out my funnels. As mentioned before, I'm moving my items over from another website. I currently use Member Vault, and it doesn't have all of the things that system.io has. I also tried Go High Level, but I was still having to build out the same funnels. So I decided to go ahead and come back to system.io, because of course it has a ton of things to use in your business. And it's, of course, a lower cost than Go High Level. So let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and then I will go ahead and answer them. I'll probably answer them there or answer them in a future video. So, all right. So I will talk to you soon.